Hey, it's me again. Please don't ignore this call. I know it's Christmas. I know you're with family, but I need to explain why I'm leaving tonight. I should have told you sooner. This whatever's happening, this isn't just today. It started 2 nights ago. The first night was normal enough, cold, quiet. I watched that dumb Christmas movie you left in the DVR and went to bed early. Animals were calm, nothing weird. I remember thinking it was almost too quiet, but that's winter out here, right? Snow eats all the sound. But the second night, that's when things shifted. Around, I don't know, maybe 2 in the morning, I woke up because the horses were moving around, not panicking, not kicking, just pacing. It was weird, slow, steady, measured, like someone was leading them in circles in the dark. When I went out there, they stopped moving the second I opened the door, like instantly, no lag. All three facing in the same direction toward the south fence. I checked for coyotes, nothing, no tracks, no smell, just the horses breathing hard. When I walked back to the house, one of the barn cats, Milo, I think, bolted ahead of me and waited on the porch, staring at the knob like he wanted me to hurry, like something was behind us. Tonight, God, that's why I'm calling. The animals weren't just facing the trees this time, they were arranged, like they were positioning themselves. The cows in a line along the south fence, the horses all gathered between the barn and the house, the cats balled up in the loft, but all sitting upright, staring through that same little knothole. Animals don't coordinate like that, not without a reason at least. When the porch camera glitched tonight, that loop of the cows pressing up against the fence, I watched it like 20 times. In every loop, the angle was just a little different, like someone was walking with the camera in their hand. But when I checked the mount, it was screwed in tight. No marks, no fingerprints. Snow around it was all untouched, except my own prints from the morning, and one long, deep track that looked like I'd been standing there a while. Longer than I remember standing. I fed everyone early to calm them down, but they wouldn't eat unless I stood in the open, not in the barn, not under the porch light, out in the open, like they needed to see me, like they were watching to make sure I didn't go anywhere. And when I stepped back inside, even just for a second to grab my gloves, everything went quiet. Not normal quiet, not winter quiet, a kind of like stopped clock quiet, like the farm was holding a breath. When I came back out, the cows had moved closer to the house, all of them. No hoof prints between where they'd been and where they were now. I know how that sounds, but I swear I didn't even hear them move. I keep trying to make sense of all of it. Best I can figure, either someone's been out here at night messing with the animals, moving things, testing cameras, or I'm more tired than I realized. Tired enough to miss obvious stuff or do things I don't remember doing. Or, and this is the part I hate thinking, maybe the animals aren't scared of something in the woods. Maybe they're reacting to me. I don't feel sick or off, but every time I walk outside, they look at me first, and not the trees, not the fences, me. They're all awake right now. Every animal on this property, the goats, the cows, horses, even the damn barn cats. Ears forward, bodies still, watching the south fence like something's about to step out of the tree line. But every few seconds they glance at me like I should know what they're waiting for. I've done right by this place. I did everything you asked, but whatever's happening here, it's bigger than me. Or maybe it's about me, and I can't stay another night not knowing which. The key's under the stone frog. I'll check in at sunrise. Call me when you get this. And please, if anyone at all was supposed to be here these last 3 nights, you need to tell me. Because the animals already seem to know something I don't. There's something else I didn't mention. I don't know how to put it. It sounds small, but it's been eating at me since last night. The animals, they stop making normal sounds. They're not vocalizing at all. No lowing, snorting, no little grunts, not even the cats. It's like they're all conserving something, holding everything in. Like whatever's got their attention requires absolute silence. Even when I dropped the metal scoop earlier, it hit the concrete hard, louder than hell. Normally that would have startled them. They didn't move. Not one of them even flinched. I don't think they're frozen from fear. It seems worse than that. It's like they're waiting to see what I do first. Maybe I'm reaching here, but I swear their positions shift when I'm not looking, like not walking, just subtle adjustments. The way a person leans in when they're trying to hear something better. This evening, when I stepped out to dump the defrosted trough water, I saw Daisy standing closer to the porch than she'd been all day. No tracks toward her, just tracks backing away, like she'd walked backwards from the fence. Cows don't do that. They don't walk backwards across a yard. I keep thinking maybe it's a person screwing with me, someone who knows the property, maybe someone who knows the cameras, knows the animals will pick up on scents that I don't. A hunter maybe, or someone passing through, sleeping rough. But then I try and imagine how someone could get all the way across the pasture without leaving fresh prints, or why the animals keep forming those same shapes, the line, the cluster, the semicircle. Looks almost intentional, like they're taking positions. For what, though? I don't know. They're not trying to run. They're not trying to fight. They're arranging almost around me. The worst part was like an hour ago. I was standing in the doorway of the barn just trying to breathe, and all the animals turned their heads toward the same point in the tree line. They all stood, all at once. No sound, no movement I could see, just every head, every pair of ears, all aimed at the same dark spot. And then, slowly, they all turned their heads back toward me. Not confused, not scared, almost like they were checking my reaction. I don't know if they think I'm part of the threat, or if they think I'm the only one who can see it. I don't know what scares me more. I've done my best here. I've kept the routines, kept the place running. I just didn't expect Christmas to feel like someone was watching from the edges, waiting for me to figure out what I've done wrong. I'll head to town now. Please call me back. And if anything like this has ever happened on the property, even once, please tell me. The animals already know something I don't, and they've known for 3 nights.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. You have 1 unheard message.
Hi. Really glad you called. Sorry we missed you. We've been trying to call back since earlier tonight. Service has been spotty where we're at. First thing, before anything else, you did the right thing by leaving. We listened to your message all the way through. You didn't imagine it. And you didn't do anything wrong. When the cows stop vocalizing first, that's usually the second sign. The cats going quiet before the horses start pacing lines up too. It doesn't always happen in the same order, but around winter, it tends to compress. You mentioned the south fence. That makes sense. They usually orient that way when someone's been outside after dark more than once. You said it started on the second night. I just want to gently correct something. It probably started the first night. Most people don't notice it right away, though. The animals notice before the people do. We should have told you not to stand out in the open after sundown. That's on us. That's why the lights are angled the way they are. It's not about visibility, it's about consistency. You weren't supposed to sleep in the house 3 nights in a row either. We didn't expect the timing to line up like this over the holiday. I need to be clear about something. The animals weren't trying to warn you. They weren't protecting you, and they weren't reacting to something coming out of the trees. That behavior, the grouping, them all going quiet, that's what they do when something changes, when a new variable stays long enough to register. They adjust. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You noticed earlier than most. Leaving slows things down. It doesn't end them immediately, but distance, it'll help. Christmas complicates it. Fewer people around, less noise. The animals settle into patterns faster. That's not something we usually explain. You asked if anyone else was supposed to be there. No one was scheduled to be, and no one was supposed to be. For now, stay in town, somewhere lit, somewhere with other people around. Don't come back alone, and if you notice strange dreams or gaps in time or the feeling you've already been somewhere, don't fixate on it. That tends to make things feel closer than they are. We'll return to the property ourselves. You won't need to come back. We'll handle the animals from here. Try and get some rest. We're glad you called. Merry Christmas.
End of messages. Check erased messages. Press 1-9.